My phone died. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I left so abruptly, but, like, that's no fun. Someone leaves abruptly. Trust me. I know all about that. Hi, Siam. Hi, Siam. How do you... I'll wave at you. Bruh. Don't talk to me about my percentages. So, where was I talking about love? Oh yeah. Once you, like, my whole point was, once it's taken away, there is more room to love yourself. Right? So whatever, like, concept... Sorry, I'm talking so loud. I'm just trying to explain this to the best of my ability. Whatever your concept of love is, like, your moral standard of love, and however long you've been in that, like, moral construct that you've created, lives your actual self and, like, your actual love. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, the less that you live in the lie, the more that you can live in the truth. And sometimes the lie gets taken away abruptly and terribly, and it hurts. And that's like a terrible aspect of life, right? Like, having love taken away from you, like, oh my god, like, oh, fucking, like, stab me with a spoon over and over again. But once it's actually taken away, you realize, like, oh, I'm just feeling myself. Like, I love myself. Because I don't have anyone else here to love me or make it known that I'm loved. So I only have myself right now, and I can love myself to the best of my ability. So I can make it to tomorrow. And I can get whatever needs to be done tomorrow, because love isn't here. It's not out here. Out here is chaos. This is all chaos. Chaos. But in here, it's peace. It's peace if we can tap into it. It's peace if we allow it to be peaceful. Have I ever had a vision of the future? I wouldn't necessarily say that I've had a vision of the future. Sometimes I think it's impossible to have a vision of the future, because the future is manifested with every moment that goes on. But sometimes I feel like the future is predestined, and, like, there's nothing we can do to control it, because the universe is in control, and we have no, like, actual sense of, like, reality with time, because reality and time are both constructs. So, I don't know if I've ever seen a vision, but maybe I have, and it feels like something from the past, but it's actually gonna happen. I don't know, because, like, I actually have no idea what this universe is, but just very intricate moments with my mind. But I have had dreams. Someone said deja vu, and yes, I've had deja vu ever since I was a little girl. I also have dreams where I breathe underwater. So like my reoccurring dream in life, I've noticed, is that like because everyone has like a reoccurring life dream and like reoccurring things that happen in life, and like I already know a couple of mine. And one of them is that I'll be swimming underwater, and then I'll get to the point where I'm just like, I can't breathe, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, this is when I die. And I'll just like get ready to breathe in the water, like get ready to die, like put water in my lungs. And then I'll breathe in, and it's just air. And it's just like, I'm safe, and I'm just swimming. And I'm breathing underwater. And that's my reoccurring dream. And I think that it stems from a place of insecurity. And I think it's like a very, very straightforward dream that like, in reality, we can't breathe underwater. But in our dreams, we can. And like, even when we think we can't do something, sometimes the impossible is possible. So I think it's a sign that I should go for my dreams and stop being so afraid. So I don't know if anyone has dreams like that. I don't know. I have weird dreams all the time. If you want to talk about your dreams right now, that's totally cool. We can talk about our dreams. The universe is infinite and time is infinite. Black holes are the only place where neither time nor space can exist because mass itself cannot exist in a black hole. Well, a black hole is technically like sucking in everything, like in its vicinity. So here's like the black hole, and then here's everything around it over like millions of years, but also like the shortest of seconds, like less than a second. So like all of this shit is just being filtered in through this black hole, eating, and then it's just spitting it somewhere else in the fucking universe, right? So like a black hole is basically like a I think it's like a tube. So like it's a tube for energy to filter through. So like that energy is going to be spit out somewhere. So it's going to go in here and it's going to go out here, no matter what. And like energy cannot be created or destroyed, if that makes any sense. So like our universe is already created. We just have no sense of it actually. Like its creation is constantly being created because it's also constantly being destroyed. And also, like, we're beautiful, energetic beings that just need to be quiet and, like, sit and meditate, and we're humans, but, like, that's not gonna save us. And, like, it's probably, like, but it could. It very much could. I just don't know where we're gonna go after this planet. We've chilled here for a long time, like, honestly, like, we're killing it, but I'm just, like, I just get so afraid, because, like, there's nowhere else, like, you put me in a fucking spaceship, but, like, yes, I know I'm, like, existing on multiple realms and in multiple dimensions, and maybe I'll go to heaven, maybe I'll be reincarnated. But, like, what happens here on this planet, what we have known about life, Earth, humans, skin, flesh, bone, blood, that may be gone one day, and, like, there could be no trace of it. When we're gone, we're gonna be, like, destroyed by the sun god. Like, destroyed, obliterated, like, like sucked in by the black hole. And for some reason that makes me feel better than like if like our remnants were left like with some weird ass species that just like thought we were like no. I always think about like our papers floating in the wind. Like all the papers that we've written, they're just floating in the wind. Like millions and millions of years later, someone picks up a paper and they're just like, oh, this is a nice... What is this? Is this a poem? Or is this a dissertation on the human mind 101? I don't know. Where did this person go to school? I just think like we could either be found one day or we could be lost forever. Do you get me? So I never went to college. Can you tell? These are honestly just my thoughts. These thoughts just go through my head. So. Oh, you're getting a puppy. Oh, okay. Name it January. Sam gets me. Because he's in my band. That's the only reason he gets me is because he plays music with me. And that's like something that's not always supposed to make sense. And he understands when I talk to him and say, I want this. Okay. Dude, I did shrooms for the first time this past week and I'd be thinking stuff like this. Young sleeper hold. Okay. So, I want to give you advice. Mushrooms are a psychedelic. They're not a depressant like alcohol. But most people that do mushrooms, they feel a sense of learning going on. So there's like something when you do mushrooms, like there's something that is released in the brain that makes you feel like you are learning lessons. I think, because I experienced the same thing, I feel like they were like literally messages from the universe being filtered into me, my soul, things that I was supposed to learn, and they come in like fragments. So these lessons come in like, it's block by block by block, like you're walking, like, and there's no other way around. You just gotta go fucking straight. Like, you have to understand each little part of the lesson to move on to the next part. Does that make any sense? Like, lessons are a learning experience. That's why a lot of people do mushrooms. They also can act as a cure for depression. A lot of medicine is using a certain strain, like they're pulling something from the mushroom and using it for like medicine for depression. And they're also like prescribing it to people with depression. They're prescribing mushrooms. So because it's not a depressant, it's a psychedelic, and because you do learn, and like a certain like either serotonin, dopamine, I don't really know, but like something is released that makes you learn, and I don't doubt your lessons when you're on a shroom trip. I guess, if that makes any sense. Microdoses of mushrooms are being used to treat depression successfully in trials. Yeah. Thank you. Like, someone actually, like, knows what I'm talking about. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? No, I'm not promoting drugs. No. Don't get it twisted. If you're fucking, like... The first time I did drugs, I was 15. And, my life has been kind of fucked since then. I'm not promoting drugs. I'm just saying what they're good for and what they aren't good for. I'm not promoting anything besides myself. Bitch, this is my Instagram. You think I don't want to be a fucking star? You don't think I want to be like fucking Katy Perry, Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, Billie Holiday, Lana Del Rey, Frank Ocean, The Weeknd, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Absol, GDE. You think I don't want to be like those people? It's fine. No, I'll just keep chilling like this. No, I'm just making this because it's fun for me. It's fun for me to release my thoughts late at night. Like, this is like there's nothing bad going on right now in my life. I'm just happy. I'm happy. I wish I could see all of your comments come in normally, but they're coming in a little like fucked up. Okay, here's the other weird thing. I don't have... Oh, okay, so... Okay. Cosmic frame. So, you say, am I prescribed anything for my schizophrenia? First of all, I've never been prescribed anything for my schizophrenia. Because I don't have schizophrenia. I'm not talking to myself. I'm not in like another realm or like so there's reality, and then there are realms and dimensions, and then there are people that are in this world that are somewhere in those dimensions and those realms. But there are multiple layers to this. Like, I can't even begin to explain it. Like, I've been avoiding talking to people for so long because I have so many new things to talk about. I've met people with schizophrenia. I've met people with bipolar disorder. I've met people that literally come down from childhood trauma. People that think that they're 3 years old. I've met people that had to go to the electric shock chair. Not the electric shock chair like they're gonna kill you in jail, but like the fucking place where they fucking put the fucking electric shock therapy. I've met people that needed that. I've met a lot of people with a lot of different mental disorders. And so, when you talk to me that way, via the internet, I get defensive. Because these people are my friends. I've lived with them. And you may be thinking like, oh, well, she lived with them because she has a mental disorder. Well, no, not that. And one day I'll get around to telling the full story, and I'm working on it. I am a writer, for God's sake. Deep breath. But there's no reason to come on here and to blame someone, or even assume or contemplate the idea of someone else's mental health and wellness. So, if you're not a doctor and you don't prescribe anything, and you know nothing about how to treat other humans, and you know nothing about mental disorders and how people react, don't point your finger at fucking crazy people. And we won't have a problem. Because I've met a lot of amazing people. Many amazing people with the craziest fucking disorders you could ever think of. And they're all fucking dope. And they taught me more about life than this one Instagram could tell me. I love crazy people. Quote unquote crazy people. I think they've just tapped into something that most humans can't. And they're not afraid. Some people are brave, you know? Bravery is a trait. Bravery can be taken as insanity. Sanity can be taken as bravery. And being crazy is just pointless if there's no message behind it. And having a message is crazy. And we all have messages inside of us. Like, every single one of us has a message and a story to tell. And each and every single one of us is going to tell that story. And I'm not even doing like a poem reading or like a fucking spoken word. I'm just trying to get my point across. Like, every single person is brought onto this earth. In God's eyes, we are perfect. In the universe's eyes, the universe made us, and we are all made for something to give back to the universe, which is, in turn, other people. So we're giving back to other people and to our universe that made us. Right? So we all have a message inside of us. And while we're here on Earth, we get to express that. We get to express our message and express our love and express our story. And more than that, we get to live. Live, motherfuckers. Live. And I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not Mary. I'm not the Father, the Son, or the Holy Spirit. I'm not fucking Allah. I'm not Buddha. I'm not any religious aspect of life. I don't have that knowledge. I've not reached nirvana. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't reached nirvana. But I know that it's possible. I know that having love inside of myself is possible. Because I've read stories. But I also know that it's just as hard to go crazy, to go insane, to go mad, to get angry. Sometimes it's even harder to go angry and to be sad than it is to just be happy. Sometimes being happy is the easiest thing. Sometimes just choosing something for ourselves is the simplest and easiest thing we can do. It's really hard for me to go online and talk like this because everyone's gonna say that I'm crazy. But I'm not really that crazy. I'm emotional and I'm filled with love, and I'm also filled with loss. So maybe that's why you think I'm crazy. Because all of these revelations and all of this inspiration does come from love and loss. So, shout out to those motherfuckers who broke my heart. But I have a whole career and a life for myself, so why would I be bummed about a fool trying to make me sad? Like, I don't got time for that. I have to cultivate my fucking life. I need to find a place to live. I gotta eat food every day. I gotta be dressed in hella fire. I gotta look good, feel good, do good, create. Where is the time to be in emotional turmoil? Like, there is no time to be in emotional turmoil when I'm trying to cultivate my life, my career, my music, my words. And when all of these things, if you're constantly being infiltrated with hate and control, that shit isn't gonna get created, and that's just final. It's nearly impossible. So what I'm trying to say is, love is everywhere, but more than it being everywhere, it's within you. We're all beautiful souls, capable of love, capable of telling stories, capable of living in those stories, and capable of living and then creating stories from the life that we lived. But life isn't just about stories, it's about life. It's about seeing and living and feeling in the moment, like touching your fingertips or your cheeks, or your ankles, or getting changed into your pajamas, or plugging in your phone, feeling the wire in your hand, and or accidentally being shocked by the fucking outlet, or accidentally shocking yourself and your entire fucking every cell in your body by drinking wine. Every sip just shocks you to your core. There are addictions everywhere. There are contemplations everywhere. There's infatuation, affiliation. These things, they correlate. But we're never alone. Sorry, sometimes I can just talk and I'm just not going anywhere. I believe that we're all beautiful souls.